I always speak the English like I always went to private lessons and I always like through television and everything I always learning. Although my accent is here and it's loud, my accent I couldn't change it. But yes, I've always learned English. My parents always thought it was like important languages, in general. So um, that part that part was not difficult. The writing was difficult for me at the beginning. I was like I was used to like reading but not writing. So the paper. So I started doing the MFA. I literally started to doing the MFA in UM first. I got a full ride there, and I started there in 2015 actually, and or was it later? No, yes, it was 2015. And I thought it was important to do a MFA. When I moved, you know what? That's different in Mexico. In Mexico, your art is enough. That's it. It doesn't really matter where you studied, what you do. People can relate or not to the art, and the art is enough. And here, I've noticed it's really more of what you know. Like it's not only the art, it's the persona, it's the knowledge, it's the ideology behind it. Like there is much more needed for people to be able to connect than just the art, which I'm still questioning that, to be honest. But that means yes, I'm questioning it because I mean I feel art would speak for itself no matter who does it, no matter the background, no matter, it's a form of language and it's somebody expressing something in a pure way, and that should be enough. On a side, I understood that if I really wanted to get involved here, I needed to do more. So that's why I did apply to the MFA, and I started in UM, and I have the enormous, enormous privilege to have Darby Barnard as my teacher. Darby Barnard was in the abstract expressionist movement. He was literally roommates with Frank Stella, and I had the privilege of having him as a teacher for 8 months, and it was really life changing for me. Like I feel like I'm very grateful to all my mentors and all my teachers have left something in me. I'm very respectful to all my mentors and my teachers. And Darby was super free in his way of thinking. He really helped me open up with keeping the structure always and the composition, but he really helped me open up. But then, unfortunately, he got really sick really fast and passed away. And I decided after he passed away to I met Jacek Kolasinski, which I'm very, very connected with him as well. I'm also grateful. He's also one of my mentors, and he taught me. He showed me everything that was going on in FIU, which I thought it was like very active in the community. They were very active, you know. They were like exhibiting a lot, and they were very involved in the community. And also, what I like very much about the program in FIU as it was more multidisciplinary, whether in it's a little bit more like separated by disciplines, and at the moment I was really curious about searching and expanding my practices to other disciplines. So that's why I decided to move, and it was a really great move for me in the sense that it really opened me up completely different, like in I was in the painting program, which I still see myself as a painter in a way, and still is the discipline that I'm more passionate about. And I carry that with me in the sense that I do see everything like in the sense of like balancing out and composition and light and darkness. So I do feel that's my formation, but I was very curious about like fiber art, about becoming it more dimensional. So I needed to expand to other disciplines, and in the Master of FIU, I was able to do that. And they started questioning me things like, why in the wall? Why only a square? Why only painting? Why these materials? Why that? So why don't you create something that has never been created before? You know, like they challenged me in a way that I was not challenged before. Like, why don't you create something different? Why don't you say something that has not been said before? So in a way, they kind of push me to develop like my own language through materials. So throughout these questions, which were very, very hard for me at the beginning, I'm like, I'm saying what I'm saying, you know, like the whys were very challenging. Like, I don't know why, you know, and especially because my work is so visceral, you know, and so felt and not conceptual. Like, I feel my work is literally the opposite of conceptual. So when you ask me the why, it used to be really hard for me to answer those questions. But I understood afterwards that by really understanding the whys, my practice would grow. My understanding as an artist would grow. I understood myself more by trying to answer those questions. So I opened myself to the process, a hard process, 3 years. So my MFA lasted like 5 years because I started in UM, and the moment I transfer and I lose some credits and this and that, so it was a long process of uh, of my master. So I was just really open to those critics, to those voices, you know, like, and I was open to listen, open to learn, and um, and that changed me, I think, in a good way, because I'm still open to listen to colleagues, and but despite what I listen, the one voice I listen the most is my inner voice that has a secret agenda, that has always, like, I always feel like my art is my biggest mentor. Like, art, it's led by my higher self or somebody that is a little bit more advanced than Karla. I feel that way. I feel that the art has answers that I, as a person, cannot yet answer. So the work for me is a way, a land where I understand myself, like through the art and through giving myself to the work, I understand my life. So in a way, art is my biggest mentor.